The Good Scout Luncheon is a fundraising event that ensures every child who wants to be a scout has the opportunity to engage in the fun and adventure.
Here to tell us all about the upcoming event is Rick Stern and Dale Musgrave. To both of you, welcome to North Dakota today. Great to have you here.
Well, thank you.
So, Rick, we'll start with you because I know part of this is going to be honoring your brother, John.
I know it's hard for me to
So
do.
tell us what's happening at the luncheon.
Well, this is just a great opportunity for us to tell the story about scouting in North Dakota. It's honoring a great company, Butler Machinery, and all they've done for the community and the Butler family and all they've done for scouting. And my brother, all he's done for scouting and the community. I got the list of all the things he was on. Holy cow, no wonder I always outsold him at the store. He was so busy with all of this stuff that he was working on. So many different projects and different boards that he was on. And it's well deserved, and we're happy to participate.
So if he was here and we were going to say, hey, John, how has scouting impacted your life? What do you think he would say?
Well, I think it started for both of us when we were young. Our grandfather was instrumental in the whole scouting movement in the area, and we went to Camp Wilderness when we were just young children. And John just, it's helped him with his life, the scout oath and the scout law, and all the boards that he's served on and all the scouting capacities that he served in, and just goals to aspire to. You know, we don't always hit all the goals that we have in life: to be trustworthy, loyal, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. But we can try our best to hit those.
You nailed those pretty well.
Yes. Well, the signs going to camp. There's signs going down that gravel road into camp. And, you knew you were getting pretty close.
Had them memorized.
Yes.
Let's talk about being a scout, though. You know,
Sure.
why do you want this to be an opportunity that anyone can join?
Well, you know, Rick kind of hit it on the head with the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. Children join scouting for adventure. They want to go camping. They want to build fires. They want to make s'mores. They want to go rock climbing and mountain climbing. But when you're exposed to the Scout Oath and Scout Law, when you're riding into camp or a weekly at the meeting, you know, he rattled them off 12 points of Scout Law: trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. If you can't remember all 12, remember 4, 5, and 6. Friendly, courteous, and kind. What a wonderful community we would live in if everybody was simply friendly, courteous, and kind to one another. And that's really what scouting seeks to do, is instill those values in young people so that it becomes a moral compass and aid in decision making. And then along the way, they also learn valuable life skills: how to cook, how to plan. You know, they go to a city council meeting, they become engaged in government, and all because somebody said, "You want to go camping?" And the kids say, yeah, and then they do all of these other great things. And whether they stay in for a year or whether they stay in for 6 or 7 or 8 years, most people that I run into that were scouts, even if for a short period of time, say, you know, Dale, I was a scout for only a year, but I remember my scoutmaster, and I remember all of these people who were such positive influences in their life.
So how do you become a scout these days? Do you go to a website? What do you do?
Yeah, you can go to a website. We do have a website, beascout.org, and if you go to that website, pop in your zip code, it'll show map pins of where local scouting units are. You can also contact the Center for Scouting, the John Wanzek Center for Scouting, and we also do some PSAs, and we have recruiting periods of time in the spring and the fall. Multicolored wristbands seem to be really popular for fall recruiting.
Nice.
And the luncheon then, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, scouting now, there's so much competition. When I was a kid, you know, sports were not as big a deal, and scouting was the big deal. Now, with year-round sports, it's a little more difficult, but scouting is such a valuable program, and we recognize that there are all kinds of valuable programs. 4-H is very valuable too, FFA, and scouting is another one of those great programs, and we just want kids to have the opportunity.
We got about 30 seconds. If people want to go to this luncheon, can they still get tickets, or?
Yes, they can, and they can contact the Scout Service Center. They can contact me by email, dale.musgrave@scouting.org, and it's Thursday at noon at the Avalon West Convention Center. Beautifully.
See you there Thursday at noon if you want to go. Check out what Mr. Musgrave had to say. And both of you, thank you so much for being here and the impact, obviously, that scouting's made in our community. We appreciate it. All right, stay with us. Much more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.